Well, hello. I don't know if anybody has a speaker or audio, but I muted everyone, video and audio coming in, so you can use the chat feature on the right. I know a few of you do not have microphones, and a few of you didn't have video, and I usually mute the video already. So if you want to enter in the chat here on the right just to say hello, how you doing, that would be great. And we'll get started here in just a minute. Those of you just joining, if you want to enter in the chat on the right side of your screen, just to say hello, that I know that you know where to enter the group chat. It should be on the right side of the screen. It's going to be over towards the right over here where it says chat. You'll be able to click on that and see the chat module pop up. If you want to just go and type in hello, that would be awesome. And you'll type in on the bottom right corner of the screen. Okay, I've got 3 viewers here. Again, I don't know if some of you aren't able to enter in your chat message or not, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you do figure out where the group message is, you can enter in a question or anything as I'm talking, and I'll catch up later to go ahead and answer that question. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is hopefully you had time enough to go over the website and social media posts over this last week. Tonight's meeting basically is just to kind of get everybody on board with what we have to offer, and maybe have you, and then after the meeting, and it's going to be very short, by the way, I did change it from 5 to 6 to 5:30 to 6. And so after the session here, I want you to email me your top 3 choices that you want to do whenever you're volunteering the first few moments. So looks like Danielle, I did get your hello on volunteer meeting, so welcome aboard. And I have 3 other viewers here as well. So let's jump right into it here. So opportunities, I got a few questions I'm going to ask of you. The first is some opportunities. There's 4 different opportunities that we have to offer. One is posting to Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn through a service called Buffer app, which I'll train whoever wants to start that. It's real easy to use. We post at 6 a.m., 11:30, and 3:30 each day. For most of the posts, I will give you the exact text to put in, but there'll be some posts I'd like you to find of your own throughout the day, maybe a couple news interest stories, positive stories about Rockford that go around our shared values. So that's the first one, is posting to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. The second is Instagram. I talked to a couple of you about, I'm really wanting to beef up the Instagram campaign. I'm not an Instagram user, and so I know some of you are. And college age and even older uses Instagram a lot, and so if one of you might be interested in that, that'd be awesome. The third opportunity is a person on the street. This would be a opportunity for a volunteer to go to all the different events. We do have an event tomorrow night at downtown at 5:30, and we'll go over that in just a second, where that's located at. And so somebody could go there and take pictures and tweet them out. We do have a hashtag we're going to be using for that. And then the fourth one is helping Patrick in the office with PR stuff around Rockford. So let's start with the posting to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm going to see if there's any questions here. Looks like we're good so far. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the service that we use for Buffer. I've shown a few of you what we use, and so I'm going to switch screens here in just a second once I get it loaded. You'll see a screen switch here in just a second. So what you're looking at here that's loading up is called Buffer, and Buffer is a service we use to load our daily post. I'll click on the analytics tab. These are the posts that have went out today. We had one at 6. You're invited to the community conversation series tomorrow night at 5:30, Memorial Hall. for that one. I'll go ahead and click on that to show you what that's all about. And this would pertain to somebody that might want to do the person in the street type of volunteer opportunity. So this is our very first community conversation around one of the shared values and vision statements called Vibrant Neighborhoods, Planning for Our Future. It's going to be tomorrow night at 5:30 at Memorial Hall, 5:30 to 7, doors open at 5. The hashtag we're going to be using is Let's Talk TR. And so maybe one of you might want to go to that. If you all can go to that, that'd be awesome. But I know some of you might have classes and work. But if you can go to that, whether or not you want to do a person on the street volunteer position or not, it'd be good to go to this one. Again, tomorrow, 5:30 to 7, Memorial Hall. So that was one of the tweets, and you'll notice that's 2 retweets, 3 people clicked, 31,000 users viewed it. Then we had a post at 9 on the Rockford Public Schools Champions Ball that went on over the weekend. We had a post at 11:30 on a new poll on our website on what makes a vibrant neighborhood. I'll click on that to show you that one. We try to put a new poll out each week, and since we're doing a vibrant neighborhood talk tomorrow, thought it'd be good to do that. So on the left side here, it shows the feedback thus far on what makes a vibrant neighborhood or neighborhood vibrant. They can select multiple choices, and it gives them an invite to tomorrow night's session. And there is an article at the bottom here that's posted on the website on what makes a vibrant neighborhood that might be worth a read. But so far, in that article, by the way, it gives one of the big indicators that you do have a vibrant neighborhood is that neighborhood has a name, like Chinatown, or maybe here in Rockford it would be Calvin Park, or you name it, different parts of subdivisions or whatever around Rockford that have different names. Candlewick would be a name I can think of off the top of my head around our region. So the neighborhood is a name. 17% say yeah, they think that's important. 33% though believe the most important out of all 5 of these are the neighborhood meets throughout the year to get to know one another. It's hard to have a close-knit neighborhood if you don't know your neighbors. And then neighborhood caring about appearance, neighborhood keeping an eye out for one another, and neighborhood having common goals. And folks can vote on this anonymously. So that is one of the posts that went out today at 11:30. We had a 3:30 that basically just reminded folks of our shared values. And I'll click on that to show you what that is. And in our shared values, ever since November 2013, when Transform Rockford begun, it's surrounded around the shared values of inclusion, involving everyone in the community to be heard and valued, supported, caring, showing welfare for one another, respecting one another, being transparent, being trustworthy, unity, ideation, brainstorming, decision-making, hearing all points of view, responsibility, pursuing excellence, accountability, and interconnectedness. They could also, on this page, click this link and sign up for our newsletter and, in essence, agreeing to these shared values. While I'm on the website, I'm going to go and click on the Vision tab. This has actually only been here since July of last year, and this was at Coronado when this was released to the community. The community met for almost a year to come up with some vision statements, and there is the main vision statement is we're a top 25 community where our people are engaged, inspired, and are leading successful and fulfilling lives. Then it goes through all the different impact statements. And we're going to be doing community sessions starting like the one tomorrow, our very first one, around one of these impact statements. We're going to be doing the one tomorrow on families and neighborhoods, what that's all about, what people think it's all about, to begin making some change. So you'll notice here, these are today's, but what we can also do with Buffer is we can post ahead of time for certain things. So what I'll do, just to show you how easy this is, I will go to our website and I'll choose something here that I want to highlight. Like maybe, for instance, staying connected and getting involved. We'll go to that page. We try to post this page once or twice a week. And let me go to another browser to get that. Just a second. Okay, so I've got the post here. And let me make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing here. Yep, okay. So I've got selected Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and I'm going to make this go out the next post, which is going to be in the morning. So I'm just going to click Add to Queue, and it should schedule it for tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And I scheduled it for Twitter, for Facebook, and for LinkedIn, all with one click of the mouse. And so we can do that up to 10. We can post ahead, and by tonight before 9 o'clock, I'll have all the posts for tomorrow, and then get up in the morning and get some news posts, pertinent news posts for the day. So that's Buffer. That's the first option, using Buffer to post to Facebook, Twitter. The next one, as I mentioned, is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I want to also devote some time to. So I'll go to our LinkedIn page right now, or Instagram, I'm sorry, not LinkedIn. Instagram, we need to focus some campaigns, to do some LinkedIn campaigns or Instagram campaigns. The last one, I believe, was the Red Thumb campaign, reminding people not to text and drive, as you can see here. And so I'll click on this picture, and it has Red Thumb Rockford. That was 2 months ago. It was our last Instagram campaign. So figuring out good campaigns for Instagram, which mainly comprises of pictures when people are at events. I know some of you might be interested in that, so that's another option. So we went over number one, opportunity, posting to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Second, Instagram. Then the person on the street. Let's talk about that for just a second. And again, if you have any questions as I'm talking, you can post it in our event, or you can post it here in the group chat. And if I don't get it before the end of the talk, I'll email everybody the response to that question. So person on the street, what that's going to be about is basically going around Rockford to different events, and this person that wants to volunteer to do this, I will give them certain things to do each week. It might not be one week, might not be anything, but next week might be 2 things. And each item might only be an hour, 30 minutes a piece. But your job would basically be to post get as many pictures as possible, do live tweeting of the event, because most all the events, like the one tomorrow, does have a hashtag that we'll use. And so if you're the person on the street volunteering, you'd be the one that would do that. The last one is helping Patrick on PR stuff around Rockford. Now, Patrick has been in public relations for years, and we're really he's needing somebody to just kind of help his load at the downtown office in Rockford. And this one basically would be, creating news releases, meeting with local leaders, possibly setting up local events, going to news stations, talking to the news people in Rockford, things of that nature. So if you're interested in that, that's the final opportunity. So going back to our website, just to wrap it up here, I told you I wouldn't be too long. The first is opportunities using Buffer to post to Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. This person would, I would give text that you would push out the next day or two. And then I would also want this person to also find news by using Google that is surrounded around our shared values. And the easiest way to do it is click on shared values, look at what our shared values are, find news articles, and like the ones here you'll notice that are posted on our site, they start with like, here's education, families and neighborhoods, arts, leadership and youth, family and recreation. So shared values would begin that post information. So this person would do that. Then the second one would help me with our Instagram activity, creating Instagram campaign ideas. And an easy way to find out that, in fact, every campaign we've used so far on Instagram, the ideas I found online that other communities have done or other businesses have done, and then we can tweak it to our environment. And so that person would be creating current and future Instagram campaigns. And then thirdly, the person on the street I already mentioned. And again, this person might devote possibly, a couple hours a week to maybe some weeks might be 3 or 4 hours depending on the events. And then some weeks might be none, depending on nothing going on. On those weeks, and there's nothing going on, really, and there will be weeks that nothing is going on event-wise, you can still take pictures around Rockford, and I'll give you a website to upload pictures to. That way we can kind of have a backlog of photos to pull from for our articles and things of that nature. And I know some of you were interested in taking photos, so maybe that person or persons would be interested in doing that. And then last one, helping Patrick. So let me wrap it up here real quick. Which one would you like to start with is my next question. Now, what I'd like you to do is basically give me your top 3 choices. And one would be the one that you'd like to start with. And what I'd like to do is cycle everyone to where you get to a chance to do all of the different opportunities that I just mentioned. So maybe every 90 days, switch you to another opportunity, give you the option anyway to switch to another opportunity. You might want to stay where you're at and keep doing that, and you can definitely do that. But if you'd like to switch, maybe every 90 days, we would offer you that opportunity to go. Maybe if you started Instagram, maybe, hey, I want to do posting Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You'd be able to do that. So all I need you to do as we end the session is email me, or you can post it here publicly if you want to. Doesn't matter if you don't care if anybody else sees it. Just email me your top 3 choices. And number 1, yes, definitely. Number 2 and 3 would be, well, if I can't do number 1, or if it's not quite available, or if everybody wants to do number 1, I'm not going to be able to get everybody number 1. And so we'll have to make some arrangement to, switch you around next time around. So again, number 1, 2, or 3 would be the options. We have enough volunteers starting right now to where we can fit everybody into the 1, 2, 3, and 4 category, no problem. So thank you. I see Vanita says she's interested in Instagram. I believe we had Danielle just said she's interested in posting. And so maybe the other viewers, I know there's a couple going to watch this post session tonight because they're in class. The other 2 that we have open then is person on the street and helping Patrick in the office. And so those other listeners that are going to listen to this post session, if you could post here on the event or email me either one, that would be awesome. So I've got 5:51. Any other questions that you guys have? So what I'd like to do is with those choices that you're making, or you're going to email me those choices, what I'm going to do is this Wednesday, you'll get an email from me describing how to get started in that choice that you chose, and then the number 1 choice that you chose. So if everybody, it seems like it's going to work out to where everybody that wants to do what it is they wanted to do on their number 1 will be able to do it the first time around. So by this Wednesday, I'll email everyone the steps to get started, and that way you'll start doing it. Actually, you could start doing it Wednesday afternoon or Thursday of this week, doing your unique volunteer position. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to end the Google Hangout. Thank you for coming tonight. And once I stop this broadcast, you will be able to watch it post-publish. And so you can, forward fast the YouTube video or whatever to that area I was talking about something and be able to catch it. I know sometimes I talk really fast. And so you might have to do that. So, and you can also email me as always. I'm using for this volunteer opportunity for email communication. I'd like you to use the chuck@transformrockford.org just to separate it from Rock Valley College and my personal email. So I'd appreciate that. So I want to thank Danielle. I want to thank Benita for being on live tonight. One other person I can't see who's listening in. Thank you as well for listening in tonight. So look forward to hearing from everybody I've not heard from yet. And I will email everyone by Wednesday to get you started. All right. Thanks a lot and have a good night. We'll talk to you later.